Hey guys, it's Amy with aim.to.plan, and today we are putting together a weekly routine slash schedule for Sophia. So what I'm going to be doing this week is actually kind of putting together a weekly routine for Sophia. And one of the things I was thinking would be really beneficial for her is to get her back on track and just to make sure that she is just kind of doing her normal routine. I know we've been at home for a while now, but especially with just like things happening and just like I know her older cousins are going back to school, and a lot of schools are transitioning to online schooling. I thought this would be a good thing just for me to demonstrate for Sophia. Sophia is 3, so she's not in school and doing online classes. But this might be helpful for you if you have kids who are a little bit older who are in school and now need to develop their own structure and their own routine for their schedules and their online classes. I know, just as an example, I talked about this with my sister yesterday, and her oldest is 11, and he is starting school for this week, starting on the 13th. So I came up with this idea really to help him get ready for his online schooling, and I don't have his schedule, so I won't be able to actually lay out his schedule. So I'll just do it for Sophia as an example, and hopefully this will be helpful for you, and you can certainly adapt it for whatever needs you have. So in terms of tools, I actually already have a set of sticker sheets here and my scissors. And the other thing I'm going to get is I'm pulling out my home binder, and I'm not using anything in the home binder except for a couple of sheets that I know are in here. And I'm pulling these out. These are old transparency sheets. They're basically sheets that I had just lying around, and I ended up cutting them down to size to be the size of a happy planner, classic happy planner. And I don't know, I just was using it mostly for the chore sheets, but I thought it would work for this particular idea. And just full disclosure, it's very old. I have no idea where I got them from. I'm sure you can find them on Amazon or wherever you shop online. But I'm using transparent sheets here, but you can probably use this with a couple of other tools. The one that comes to mind for me are the new planning guides, the sticker guides that the Happy Planner released. You could do that with what I'm showing you here, and I think it would work really well actually with that system, because you can eventually take the stickers off and just reuse the planning guides here. Since they're transparency sheets and not meant to be reusable sticker sheets, once I lay them down, they're pretty much done. And so this is very simple. What I'm going to be doing is structuring out Sophia's day. And because these are transparency sheets, and if you're using the sticker guides, it's a very similar kind of concept. You're able to see through to the bottom of the page. You can see also that I'm using the student layout for Sophia. You can adapt this to whatever system that you're using or whatever layout you're using. But with the student layout, I really like this because, again, just for what I do with Sophia's memory book, I track different categories across these columns. And I've changed it a little bit in terms of adding a Saturday and Sunday with a similar block style. And so I'll basically be doing the same thing here and just kind of tracking and putting blocks where I think that she should do certain things. And that's kind of how it goes. So again, this is for Sophia, who is 3. She's not in school, and she's not taking classes or anything like that. But again, you can certainly adapt this for your other kids. So I pulled a couple of sticker sheets. They're the same sticker sheet, in fact. These sticker sheets are from the Boss Babe sticker book, as well as these sheets. And so what I'm going to be doing is basically cutting these down. For the student layout, the boxes are a little bit smaller, and so I was looking for some stickers that would fit into the boxes, and so I found these, and I thought they were perfect. And the one thing, this might be easier back if I left it on the rings actually. Just make sure that they're lined up, and what I'm going to be doing is putting down some stickers in these boxes, and again, because it is clear, I can see through it, and of course it's a separate sheet, so I can still use the sheet underneath. But this will be a chance for me to kind of lay out her routine, and so what I'm going to do is just lay down some stickers using these sheets, and I'll be back. them back on the discs just so you kind of see what this looks like. Again, this is for Sophia's schedule, and she is not in school per se, but I do still want her to stay on track in terms of doing something educational while it's still not summertime, while she's still technically supposed to be in school or in daycare. And so I developed this for her. Again, you can adapt this certainly to whatever needs you have. And one of the things I might recommend is just kind of splitting up by subject or by day. What I did for Sophia was essentially just put it in these first 3 rows, and the reason for that is that these are kind of the areas where I make note of things that she's been doing all day, and so it made sense for me to put them there. And so let me grab a pen. I went ahead and grabbed my Sharpie marker, and what I'm going to be doing is basically writing down the things that I really want her to keep up with. And for her, there are really 3 major things that I do. I want her to get outside every day. I want her to to watch a YouTube series on YouTube called Bible Adventure, and it's basically spiritual development. We use the same video every week, every day for that week. So I basically pick one video for the week, and she watches it as many times as she wants to. I do try to get her to watch it at least 4 times in the week. So that's there. And then the last one is really I like for her to spend some time on an app, but an app where she basically does little educational lessons that are age appropriate. So I use Khan Academy Kids for that. Again, she's 3, so a lot of it's just counting and numbers and letters and recognizing certain words like more or less. And so that's been really fun. And again, I try to get her to do that 4 times a week, if at all possible. And now I'm realizing I have one of these stickers placed in the wrong spot, so I need to move this. You might have noticed as I went through the video that there was a real struggle with the stickers. This is not meant to be reusable sheets. So once they're down, they're kind of down, but luckily I can kind of move them up or like shift them just a little bit with the Happy Planner stickers. So I'm only going to do the first row just so you can see this, but I will eventually just do this for the rest of it. So what I'm going to start off with is basically right here, Bible Adventure. I'll put okay, so I put Bible Adventure, Go Outside, Khan Academy. One of the things I didn't put on here, although it's just, I do have this in my mind, is that she spends 30 minutes for each thing. So total, it's about an hour and a half. And as I wrote this, I wrote Bible first, but then these 2 are kind of like domains. And so I kind of want to replace this sticker, and I will probably later, just to have it say something like spiritual. So it's like spiritual development, physical development, cognitive development, kind of what I'm thinking. And again, she's a toddler. She's not even, I guess, technically preschooler, but I'm kind of trying to follow a preschool kind of setup for her. And so again, I won't write it on camera, but I'll write it out for the rest of the week, probably change the sticker just so it says spiritual development or spiritual, and then Bible Adventure. Again, I assume that there's 30 minutes, but for some kids, they might have to have like 30 minutes of lessons or an hour of lessons. And so you can make a note of the time. And one of the things that might be helpful for kids is that if you give them this, they won't have to write it every single week, but they have their schedule already set up, and then they could just use the block that's underneath just to put a check mark to let themselves know that they're on track, and to let you know that they're on track. And so that's pretty much it. So very simple video, but I hope you did get something from it. If you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the content that I'm releasing, hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, have a good one.